Thank you for joining me today to learn how the mutual selection process really works. My name is Sunday Tollefson. My company is SureSister.com, and I am the author of Rush Right, Reveal Your Best You During Sorority Recruitment. Hopefully you see a picture on your screen. Many of you have asked me for help understanding this mystery process that sorts the students into the sororities during recruitment. Yes, it can be confusing until someone takes the time to just explain it to you clearly. And that is what I anticipate doing with you right now. I will present you with some fake sororities, some fake students, and together we will walk through a real preferential bidding process, just like the process that happens during sorority recruitment. At the end of our time together here, you will understand how your preferences are handled after they are submitted. Okay, so on our fake campus, there are 3 chapters, Chapter A, Chapter B, and Chapter C. There are 6 students registered for sorority recruitment. The acronym for these students is PNM, which stands for Potential New Member. So their names are Annie, Brittany, Colleen, Dara, Eve, and Farah. Let's assume that the PNMs, these students, have just attended their first events. They've gone to all the sororities on their campus, and now they've been asked to provide their preferences for these chapters. That means they're asked to choose their favorite, and then their second favorite, and then their third favorite. So this is what the students selected. Here you can see how all of the students have preferenced the chapters differently according to their experiences and impressions. And for the purpose of this presentation, we are going to narrow our focus on just 3 students, Annie, Brittany, and Colleen. We'll walk through how each student gets matched up with sororities for the next round or portion of sorority recruitment. And it's important for you to understand that for the next round of sorority recruitment, each of these students can go to only 2 of the sorority chapters on campus. Let's start with Annie. Annie selected Chapter B first, Chapter C second, and Chapter A third. What happens with those choices? They are compared with the similar list from the sorority chapters. In this example, each sorority is permitted to list 4 of the 6 women they met. The sorority chapters have also provided their list of students they would like to invite back. We'll start at the top of Annie's list to see if there's a match. Look at Chapter B's list. Did Chapter B invite Annie back? Yes, you can see that it did. It's a match, so let's circle Chapter B. Now we'll move on to Annie's second choice, Chapter C. Did Chapter C invite Annie back? Yes, you can see that it did. It's a match. Let's circle Chapter C. Annie listed Chapter A as her third preference. There's no need to see if Chapter A has expressed an interest in Annie. She has already matched with 2 sororities and has maximized her options. Therefore, the matching process between Annie and her third choice, Chapter A, has ended. Annie has matched with Chapters B and C for the next portion of sorority recruitment. Let's move on to Brittany. Brittany's first choice is Chapter C. Has Chapter C expressed an interest in meeting Brittany? It has not. So Chapter C and Brittany will not be paired for the next portion of sorority visits, and their potential for a match has ended. What's next? Brittany's next favorite chapter is Chapter B. Has Chapter B expressed an interest in meeting Brittany again? It has. And in fact, Chapter A, her third preference, has also expressed an interest in meeting her again. So, Brittany has matched with Chapter B and Chapter A for the next portion of sorority recruitment events. Let's move on to Colleen, our final example. Colleen's first choice is Chapter A. Has Chapter A expressed an interest in meeting Colleen again? It doesn't look like it. So, they will not be paired for the next portion of sorority recruitment, and their potential as a match has ended. So what's next? Colleen's next favorite chapter is Chapter C. Let's look at Chapter C's list. Has Chapter C expressed an interest in meeting Colleen again? It has. So Chapter C and Colleen will be paired for the next portion of sorority recruitment. Colleen listed Chapter B as her third preference. Is Colleen on Chapter B's list? She is not. So Colleen and Chapter B will not have a chance to meet again after this event, and their potential as a match has ended. Now so Colleen will visit Chapter C only in the next round of sorority events. Let's review the results for the 3 students that we've highlighted. Annie will be going to Chapter B and C, Brittany will be going to Chapter A and Chapter B, and Colleen will be going to Chapter C. You should now understand how matching works during sorority recruitment. Please note that this is a simplified version of what your campus does every year during recruitment. The goal here was to help you understand what happens with your personal preferences and how that turns into event invitations for the next round or set of sorority recruitment for you. So this model did assume that the students were required to list all sororities in their preference lists and that all sororities were required to invite back 4 of the 6 women. That's all the time we have right now, so if you have questions, remember to post them on Facebook or Twitter, or you can email me at petals@suresister.com.